a flower, not a leaf.
Okay, the first thing I'm doing is getting rid of some. I need to see what's going on, so I'm just going to break down the plant to size. So I'm indiscriminately cutting this shrub back halfway so I can see what the heck is happening. And I can already see there's.
Does anyone believe this plant's dormant? Or going dormant?
It's going dormant.
If you look right here,
That means
Ruiz killed it.
Yeah.
So it's going to shut down.
And in southern and down the hill, like where it doesn't freeze, the problem is exactly that. It's not cold enough to put them to sleep, and that's why we cut them back so hard in the winter.
So that's turning reds from frost damage?
Yeah, it's cold damage. It is, because the plant makes the pigment protect itself. So all I'm doing is clearing out the mess so I can see what the heck is happening.
That's dead, that brown one, that's dead.
$10 a rose plant if you get in the pruning roses.
Okay, so yeah, $10 a plant.
Common fee.
Yeah. Because it pays them. And look how I didn't have to bend down. I didn't have to wear gloves. By the way, I never wear gloves. Or use power tools. I'm non-power tool, non-glove.
Chainsaws are a no-go?
No, I'm terrified of chainsaws.
Why?
You can buy pants now. That's what my
husband has a 9-inch scar.
I don't have to do it, so that's the nice part.
I got a,
okay, let's
I got 133 stitches up here from the chainsaw.
I know. Lunchtime. Okay, what's next?
The dead stuff.
Cut away the dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting rid of dead branches.
Damn, that's a loud phone.
Okay. Again, I'm not bending down yet to do anything. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of the secret to roses is you want to pretend you can get a beach ball in the middle of your rose bush. You want to pretend your rose bush is like a hand. You can put a beach ball right in the middle.
Where's the?
You want all the branches to be facing out, away from the middle. Okay, and you want to get rid of the young branches, and you want to get rid of old branches. You want middle age, because middle age is productive.
Where's the graft union on there? I can't see it.
You won't see it yet. You probably won't see it the whole time. It's buried. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to get rid of stuff that's facing inwards or it's low down. So these are no good. This is crossing. And there's a dead one right there. And look at this thing. Now that I'm down here, look at this. What is that? Where is the graft union for this rose? What is happening? What is happening? What's going on? This rose was planted too deep, so the graft union is lost. Eventually this rose is going to die. The graft union is below there, and these suckers have already started their own crown.
Those are actually just suckers, yeah. See that plant over there? Yeah. That plant is on the way out. It's too low and it's doing the same thing.
Too low. They should have planted so that graft union where the two is way above the dirt. They put it so
roses have to be like this above the dirt.
So now this rose is basically dead center. So all I can do is
just cut it out. Right?
It's good. Maybe a little much. 6 to 8.
Okay.
Almost done. Where's my hand pruner? She's got my hand pruner.
I do.
Okay, so now I got the rose nice and cleaned up. I can see what's going on. Okay. Ish. Now I'm going to make sure I get rid of young branches. So that's a young branch. I can tell by the thickness. This one here is no good. Okay, these are good. Here I have a branch that's kind of crossing with that one, so I don't want it. Okay, so now I'm left with 3 good branches. This one, and this one, and this structure over here. This rose is really not going to be a good rose. So what I have to do to prune it is to make sure that the buds are facing the way I want it. So what do I mean by that? So the bud at the very top of this branch, make an arbitrary cut. That's the bud at the top. I don't know if you can see it, the little dot. Now that bud is facing this direction, and that will grow that direction. The bud will grow any direction it's facing. So I want this branch to grow what direction?
Towards you.
Do I? Up? Yeah. I do want to go toward me. So I take this, there's the bud right there, it's facing me. I'm going to cut just above it at an angle. I'm going to have the angle facing the direction that I want it to grow. Why is this also pointing my direction? Because the water and the hormones move up the stem, they're going to hit, and they're going to go up into that corner. They're not ricochet, they're just going to get pumped into that corner. Now, another thing is I have this branch, rule of thirds. Don't like, sounds kind of dirty, but I don't like things in the middle of the crotches. 3 crotches. You want a nice open plant crotch, nothing in the middle to block the 2. Same here. I'm going to pick a bud. You have to kind of look and feel. There's one right there. This bud, though, is going to do what?
Point to the one you pointed
to this one. But that's okay. I don't like this branch. Why don't I like that branch?
It's low to the ground.
Yeah, it's too low to the ground already, near the sidewalk.
Your own roses, you can de-thorn what you leave behind, so you don't have to mess with it next time.
Just throw it away. Throw your roses away.
Little thorns just break off.
This right here, guys, look at this mess. I'm going to show you what's killing this tree. What's going to kill this. See this right here? This big, nasty, woody mess of stuff. That's the crown that should have been above the soil. And look at this rose is actually growing all over here. It's not supposed to be all funky like that. It's supposed to be, this nub's going to grow over here. So this is not really going to do much. So I basically have to try to reconstruct the shape, which is never going to happen. So I'm just going to do my best. Okay, then this is a really nice branch. This is what you're trying to leave behind, stuff like this. Yeah, that's growing that way. And then this is all crappy stuff here that I can just...
Is that correctable? Can you unbury that rootstock?
No, this tree's done.
Does anybody think this will survive?
Probably not.
It'll come back for another
It'll
year.
mutate.
No, it won't mutate.
It'll just keep growing suckers off.
This will actually grow better being whacked back.
I did the Orange County of this one talk for this garden club, and they had 100 roses, these people. And I was giving them a rose lecture, and they wanted me to show them how to cut roses. I started cutting the roses, and they were freaking out because I was cutting. When I cut roses, I cut them back to this high, almost nothing, and I only leave 3 to 5 branches like this. Literally, this is how big the roses are.
Weird shit in your hair.
Okay, so they're freaking out.
It's like huge, dude. Hold on.
How fast
I don't know what the hell that was about.
Sawdust from trimming those
yeah.
trees.
And they did all really well, so they were very surprised at how well they did. Really
This will be as big next year as it was this year.
Because it's converting all its energy and just to those plants.
That trunk.
Yeah.
They're old. I mean, do I still cut them down that low?
That's the problem with roses.
They get too big?
If it turns woody and barky, it won't produce. You need to have some green or striping. See this right here? That's perfect. Once it gets solid like this, you start to decrease its ability to reproduce. That's why you have to start pruning from the get-go correctly.
And this is called a cane.
Oh, cane.
What about baby rose bushes, the ones like you find?
Well, rose bush like behind, there was one over here.
Miniature rose?
Yeah, like, you know, the ones that you find in little mini pots.
This is actually, should be pulled out.
Is it rootstock?
This is rootstock.
That's rootstock?
Yeah, this is not a rose that anybody planted here that wanted this rose. This was a rose that died.
Oh, now it's your turn.
So,
It's too big to get around.
it's too big to get around, but that we'll take out. Let's go over here. There's a mini rose over here.